Wiz Khalifa, and you know that he's had beef with Kanye West in the past.
Kanye said he owned his son.
Yes, remember during one of Kanye's rants went off and he said that I own your son, his son that he has with Amber Rose. So what would Wiz do in this moment? We got him out last night and we asked him about Kanye. So obviously, what will he do? Will he take this moment to sort of extend an olive branch, knowing that Kanye's in a bad situation?
Show compassion.
Show some compassion, or would he take a shot? The answer is kind of both.
Yo, what you think about Kanye's breakdown, Wiz? Any thoughts on that?
Nah, man, nothing like that.
We ain't got all the answers.
He need to smoke some weed. Smoke some KK. Make your day all better. I'm gonna send him some to the mental institution.
See, I don't know where you're getting both. It feels like a shot to me.
Sending some to the mental institution was both, but I think the compassion was he said, no, nobody deserves anything like that. And it sounded to me like he feels badly for Kanye.
It sounded like that at first.
But
then when he said, I'm going to send some to the mental institution, that's palm tree level shade right there, man.
Right.
There's really no way. I'm going to send some to the mental institution. Even if you felt that way, you would find a more delicate, sensitive way to get those thoughts out than what Wiz did,
I think he's been bottling up this thing that Kanye, over what Kanye said, like 4 years ago?
No, it wasn't even that. It was last year.
Like last year.
Yeah, it was last year, man.
But
he said that last year?
Yeah,
yeah,
like, that was
just last year.
Remember, like Kim Kardashian and Amber Rose had to do the whole thing.
Year.
Why am I telling you?
I don't know. I know. I feel like I was listening to Casey and the Sunshine Band 5 years ago. Right. Who knew it was
you might have
that long ago?
Marquise, man, out of Atlanta, and Dr. Wiz is at it again, man. He's been so generous with this miracle cure. He even gave some to like TMZ staff at one point. You know, these two have been friends or frenemies for quite some time now. And I don't think it was necessarily a jab. I think it was just a little poke at him and, you know, just to see where his head's at. Kanye's situation is not private. It's all in the public. And even though we all may feel different ways, he just said something outside of his mouth.
I have a question. I know Van's listening too. And Van, are you there?
I'm on, yeah. What's up?
Van used to be one of our photogs.
Yeah, for sure.
He's now the producer in TMZ Sports. But when you were a photog, think about this. Well, 2 months from now, Kanye is out at LAX. How do you deal with Kanye now? What do you do?
Well, if it were me, I would walk up to him like nothing had ever happened. I would walk up to him like nothing would ever happen, but I would not try to like get him with a pressing question. I would try to reestablish some trust with him. First of all, ask him how he's doing, and if he responds well to that question, just keep going with it. But you don't want to approach him because he's got so much bravado. You don't want to approach him like he's weak in any way because he might not respond well to that.
I think that's smart.